This video looks at how you can interpret remainders after a division as fractions or decimals. To do this, as well as being familiar with division, you also need to be familiar with how to find fractions of numbers and amounts. It would also be helpful if you know how to convert those fractions to decimals. If you're not sure about this, check out the videos in the fractions sections for all year groups. First one we're going to look at. Tina's job is to put 3,888 chocolate beans into tubes. Each tube holds 32 chocolate beans. What fraction of a tube will be left over when Tina finishes filling the tubes? So what we have here is 3,888 divided by 32. Using the short division method, 32 into 3 doesn't go. 32 into 38 goes once, remainder 6. 32 into 68 goes 2 times, remainder 4. 32 into 48, that will go once, and we have 16 left over. The answer to the calculation is 121, remainder 16. So there are 16 chocolate beans left over. What we have to do is find out what fraction of a tube 16 chocolate beans are. So if we have 16 chocolate beans and a tube should hold 32, 16 is half of 32. So we have half a tube of chocolate beans left over. This one's for you to try. The confectioner puts chocolates into boxes of 24. If there are 2,934 chocolates, what fraction of a full box will be left over when the chocolates are packed? Pause the video and have a go. 2,934 divided by 24. 24 into 2 doesn't go, 24 into 29 goes once, remainder 5. 24 into 53 goes twice, remainder 5. 24 into 54 goes twice, and there is 6 left over. The answer to the calculation is 122, remainder 6. There are 6 chocolates left over. There should be 24 in a box. What fraction of 24 is that left over 6? Well, 6 goes into 24 4 times. So 6 out of 24 is the same as a quarter. There's a quarter of a box left over. If the whole question had been, how many boxes of chocolates will there be? The answer would be 122 1/4 boxes. This time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to express the answer as a decimal instead of just a fraction. The baker puts cupcakes in trays of 25. She makes 8,305 cakes. What fraction of a full tray will be left over when the cakes are packed? Express your answer as a decimal. So we do exactly the same thing, we just convert it at the end. And if you're unsure about converting fractions to decimals, there is a separate video on that. 8,305 divided by 25. Again, using the short division method. 25s into 8 doesn't go. 25s into 83 is 3 times, that's 75. 8 left over. 25s into 80, again, 3 lots is 75, that's 5 left over. 25 into 55 goes twice, and we have 5 left over. The answer to the calculation is 332, remainder 5. So those 5 cakes out of a full tray of 25, 5 goes into 25 5 times. So we have 1/5 of a tray left over. If we convert 1/5 to a decimal, First of all, we need to convert it to tenths, so we times the 5 by 2, we times the 1 by 2 to get 2 tenths, and 2 tenths is 0.2. We have 0.2, which is the same as 1/5 or 2 tenths of a tray left over. If the question had been how many trays of cakes are there, you would have had 332.2 trays of cakes. And this one's for you to try. There are 20 custard creams in a packet. The biscuit factory produces 2,405 custard cream biscuits. What fraction of a full packet of custard creams will be left over when they are packed? Express your answer as a decimal. Pause the video, have a go. (2,405) divided by 20. 20 into 2 doesn't go. 20 into 24 goes once, 4 left over. 20 into 40 goes exactly 2 times. There's nothing left over. 20 into 5 doesn't go, so we put a 0 there and we have that 5 left over. The answer to the calculation is 120 remainder 5. That 5 that's left over, what fraction of a whole packet of custard cream biscuits is that? Well, a whole packet is 20, and 5 out of 20, 5 goes into 20 4 times, so that's a quarter of a packet. And if you're in any way unsure as to how to convert fractions to decimals, do check out the free video that I've included with the division videos. We have 0.25 of a packet of custard creams, which is the same as a quarter, left over. Had the question asked how many packets of custard creams are there, the answer would have been 120.25 packets.